All right, this your brother Issachar coming at you with another lesson. First off, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rachaa Kwadash. Double honors to the apostles of the great millstone, which I learned this truth from. Honors to the elders and brothers out there pushing this word through the four corners of the earth within truth and sincerity. And shalom to the Akwath that's listening and learning. Today's video is going to be entitled, Imagine the Lord telling you that you're going to die. Now, I got inspired to do this lesson because I've been reading the book of Jeremiah this week, and I was reading Jeremiah, the 28th chapter, and it was speaking about Hananiah dying, because Hananiah was prophesying that the Lord was going to bring peace and everything like that. But Jeremiah was prophesying otherwise, and at the end of the chapter, the Lord exposed Hananiah. He exposed who had the truth and who didn't have the truth. And the Lord told Hananiah that he was going to die. The Lord told him that. And he died the same year that the Lord told him that he was going to perish. And after I finished reading that chapter, I was just like, man, if this is not a thing to put the fear of the Lord upon you, I don't know what is. Because another reason why I want to go into this as well is because once Jacob's trouble is pretty much almost ended, almost ended, when the elect get beamed up in the chariots and everything like that, we're going to go back into the wilderness like we did back in the days of Exodus, and there was talk going around and everything like that. And there might be rebellious Israelites. It might be proud Israelites, because I believe they said there was a brother that had a dream that he said members from the IUIC made it and everything like that, and they were over here bragging and boasting when they realized they were in the wilderness and they realized that they made it and everything like that. And the thing is, that's when the Lord is going to be on the scene. So Yahweh Shai is going to see these certain individuals and he's going to confront them face to face. This is not going to be a thing where brothers are going to upload videos or and rebuke you, man. This is going to be the actual Lord, man. It's going to be Yahweh Shai, in front of our faces. So the 144% fear should be there, and it's going to be there for the elect, man. Okay. And like I said, when I was reading this, I was just like, man, you can't even imagine a greater fear than that, man. Imagine the Lord coming up to you and asking you, why did you do the things that you did? And you have no choice but to tell the truth, because he already knew. He already knows what you did. He already know, what type of spirit you are and everything like that. And the only thing you can do is tell the truth, because imagine lying in front of the Lord's face. Imagine lying to the Lord's face, man. You just really putting yourself in a messed up position, so at the end of the day, man, the fear of the Lord is definitely necessary, man. You don't want the Lord to look at you like this. Here it is. The Lord is destroying Babylon. He's getting ready to save his elect, and he does save his elect. And then he protects us from these plagues that's getting ready to come. And then, the kingdom is getting ready to start being established. And then the next year, you have an Israelite who's over here bragging and boasting, or who's prophesying lies. And then you gotta confront him. And guess what? He's going to look at you like this. Those red eyes, man, ready to get rid of you. Because the Most High could take that new body away from you like that, just like he did with us right now. The scriptures say, fear him that could take away, the flesh and the soul, So let's go right into it, man. Let's get straight into where I got it from. I'm going to go to Jeremiah 28 and 15. And it says, then said the prophet Jeremiah unto Hananiah the prophet, hear now, Hananiah, the Lord hath not sent thee, but thou makest this people to trust in a lie. Therefore thus saith the Lord, behold, I will cast thee from off the face of the earth. This year thou shalt die, because thou hast taught rebellion against the Lord. So Hananiah the prophet died the same year in the 7th month. So Jeremiah, whenever the prophets speak, this is the Lord speaking, through us. Whenever we go out into the highways and the byways and we do this video, this is the Lord speaking through us to speak to everybody else. Okay. So it says, therefore, thus said the Lord, behold, I will cast thee from off the face of the earth. This year thou shalt die, because thou hast taught rebellion against the Lord. He's taught a lot, man. He was preaching peace. And that's what a lot of our people love to hear. They want people out here to prophesy to them smooth things, prophesy to them lies, okay, instead of telling them the truth. Just like we're doing right now. We're telling people there's not going to be peace. The scriptures say that. When they promise you peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh. All right. And that's what's getting ready to come now within these days. Because right now, they're making it seem like everything is okay, especially with these holidays coming around. Everybody's getting into the so-called spirit, and they're getting ready to buy gifts and cook food and do all these different things, man, knowing that they're making the Most High even more angry than before. OK. And so, when these days come around and everything like that, everybody feels comfortable, man. But we trying to tell people, do not get comfortable. Realize what's going on and be prepared for the day of the Lord, because the day of the Lord is going to come as a thief in the night. It is only going to come as a thief in the night to the people that's not watching. OK, but at the end of the day, just, for somebody to tell you that you're going to die, man, just like we doing right now, man. We telling people if they don't get right with Yahweh Shem Yahushai, point blank period, they're going to die. That's it, man. It's not going to be, the Lord coming back on a great white horse and he's going to have a big smile on his face and he's going to save everybody, so forth and so on. No, if you don't get right with the Lord said he is going to make sure he brings a sword on earth, not peace. He's going to make sure you receive your judgment, man, because you didn't want to listen. Point blank period. And then, for these false prophets out here, you got people out here saying the name of the Lord is not important. Then you have people like Sakari, who does teaches the name of the Lord, and they teach that the MOB is the chip, right? But they go off with a lot of their things, man. They over here using the word of the Lord for profit. They over here, chilling with celebrities and everything like that, making rap videos, getting ready to do a reality show and all these different things, man. A lot of them still got the real long hair. They saying that the book of pretty much the New Testament is not the word of the Most High. That they're saying a lot of things that's going off, man. And this is why we always say when the Lord actually appears on the scene, all of these different things that these different groups are saying and doing is going to stop, man, because they're going to realize they're going to have to answer for everything that they have been doing. Because a lot of these people out here are not teaching the truth within truth and sincerity, man. They out here doing what they want to do and selling out for a season. And the scriptures speak about that, man. It says don't have pleasures for a season. These things are only temporary, man. This place is getting ready to burn soon. Let's get Second Peter 2:1. This is 2 Peter chapter 2, verse 1. And it says, but there were false prophets also among the people, even as there shall be false teachers among you, who privately shall bring in damnable heresies, even denying the Lord that brought them, and bring upon themselves swift destruction. And many shall follow their pernicious ways, by reason of whom the way of truth shall be evil spoken of. So we seeing that happen right now. Okay. For the longest, Sarnetta was saying that, he's all down with ISUPK and everything like that. But now within these last days, ISUPK is telling you to go take the jab, right? And we saying, hey, man, you ain't supposed to be doing that. And then there's a woman that came out and confronted them. They was like, man, you telling us the white man was supposed to be the devil, but you telling us to go take it. Ain't that what he's giving us? She was confused. And a lot of these people are starting to realize that they're what? They're false teachers. They're false prophets, man. They're telling you lies, just like Hananiah. And this is why we always say it's very important that you know what you're speaking of and you know what you're doing when you go out here and serve the Lord. Because when you go out here and preach the truth of the Lord, man, this is a very serious thing, man. This is not a thing to play around with, because sooner or later, everybody is going to have to answer for what they done. Judgment begins at the house of Israel, meaning judgment begins at the house and the people who believe that they are Israelites or who know that they're Israelites. OK, it's going to start with them. Why? Because we know better, man. Everybody else that's in the world, they came across this thing but then they left it alone. They're like, I don't feel like doing that. I don't care about this. This is fake, whatever the case may be, whatever excuse that they have, they just kept it moving. But us, it's a whole different story, man. This is why we got to take this very, very, very seriously, man. Because what it say? It says, even denying the Lord that brought them and bring upon themselves swift destruction. When you go out there and you teach something that's false, you're bringing upon yourself quick death. Okay? You want the Lord to destroy you, man. And then when you go out there and do these things, you're ultimately destroying the people that's following you as well, because you're going out there and you're being an example. You're being a leader, and leaders have to lead by example. But when it comes to the truth, you have to lead by example the right way, man. This is not a thing where you just go out here and tell people that they're Israelites, but then you could tell them that they can have anal sex. You could tell them they could take the jab. You could tell them it's okay to make these rap videos. And you could tell them you don't have to call on the name of the Lord. You could tell them that you don't have to wait on the Lord. That's a new thing that's going around. Okay? They telling these people all of these things or whatever, and they not realizing that they're doing what? They're destroying themselves and the people. Let's get that, man. The people that's following them. Ezekiel chapter 3, verse 18. And it says, when I say unto the wicked, thou shalt surely die, and thou givest him not warning, nor speakest to warn the wicked from his wicked way to save his life. The same wicked man shall die in his iniquity, but his blood will I require at thine hand. Yet if thou warn the wicked, and he turn not from his wickedness, nor from his wicked way, he shall die in his iniquity, but thou hast delivered thy soul. So when you go out here and tell the truth, okay, you go out here and tell the truth and people don't want to listen, hey, the blood is off of your hands. But when you go out here, man, and you know the truth, but you don't speak it and everything like that, blood is going to be on your hands. And if you go out here and you do speak it, okay, but you speak it the incorrect way, and these people follow you, the blood is going to be on your hands. Okay. And the people that follow you is going to die because of this as well, because they're going to believe you. This is why we say the most important prophecy right now is the MOB. Why? Because this is the only sin that will not be forgiven. Let me get that real quick. This is the only sin that will not be forgiven, man. This is Revelation chapter 14, verse 9. And it says, and the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image, and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation. And he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. Okay. So, and the smoke of their torment ascended up forever and ever, and they have no rest day nor night, who worship the beast and his image, and whoso receiveth the mark of his name. So if you take this MOB, according to this, you're going to be in the lake of fire, man. And we already know the lake of fire is the nuclear destruction that's getting ready to hit America, and it's going to destroy America within 1 hour. This is the one sin that you cannot get wrong, man. This is why we always push it. We be like, look, man, you got to take this seriously. You can't be saying, you know, the mark of the beast is John 3:16. It's an embargo. It's sleeping with white men, white women, so forth and so on. You know, you can't be saying this, man. And then you got people coming, you know, that go into it, and they'll say the buying and selling part is talking about the trade system and the boats or whatever the case may be. No, man. No, it says literally that all people, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, meaning everybody is going to have to take this, man, or accept this. And if you don't, you're going to be put to death. OK, there's going to be a lot of people that's going to reject the MOB, which is the chip, and they're going to die. But the only people that's not going to die, you know, for some of us is the elect. Some of us actually are going to reject it, and the Most High is going to make sure that they don't taste death. OK, some of us probably will, because it is written that some of us will become martyrs. But that's a good thing, though. At least we went out by righteousness. We didn't go out from wickedness. OK, but at the end of the day, this is what cannot be forgiven. So it's a lot of false teachers out here that's teaching something otherwise, man, than what this is. OK, here we are. We're under grace and everything like that. We're not supposed to sin willfully. But the Most High, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shah, understands that we're going to go off from time to time because we aren't in this flesh. Okay. And we're under captivity. But he's telling us, though, he's like, look, if you mess this up, it's over with for you. And you got a lot of false teachers out here that's not teaching the correct thing about this, man. So guess what? The Lord is going to do the same thing to these false teachers that he did to Hananiah, man. It's crazy. Let's go to Romans 9:3. This is Romans chapter 9, verse 3. And it says, for I could wish that myself were accursed from Hamashiach Yahushai, for my brethren, my kinsmen, according to the flesh, who are Israelites, to whom pertaineth the adoption and the glory and the covenants and the giving of the law and the service of the Most High and the promises, whose are the fathers, and of whom are concerning the flesh Yahushai came, who was over all, the Most High blessed forever. Amen. Not as though the word of the Most High had taken none effect, for they are not all Israel, which are Israel. Okay. And that's being shown a lot these days, man. Okay. You got a lot of people that claim that they're Israelites. They claim that they know their heritage. They claim that they went into the history. They know who they are, but they're not acting like it, man. They're not living like it. They still trying to mix in a little bit of this world so then they can be comfortable within this society. Didn't the scriptures tell us to suffer until Yahushua came back? The scriptures literally told us to suffer and so we can humble ourselves, and then that way we can be exalted when the kingdom comes, man. The brother from Chicago, I forget his name, but he literally just did a lesson about that. He was like, should we not be humbled, right now? That way we can appreciate being exalted in the kingdom. We're supposed to suffer on this side, man. So when you over here teach the word and everything like that, and you still try to mix in a little bit of your come from this world within this truth, you going off. You going off, man. When you come into this thing, you supposed to be in this thing 144%. You supposed to be all in, man. You're not supposed to be, oh yeah, I'm gonna spit fire. I'm gonna tell people you can do this. They telling me they under the 501c3. Then they going into a lot of people that was paid off, driving in these nice cars and everything like that. They not doing the work of the Lord sincerely, man. They over here, trying to live good. And they thinking that he says they in the truth and they doing these things. And they're doing the correct thing because they got a lot of followers. They got a lot of people that believe them, man. But the scriptures say there's only one gospel, man. One of these groups got it right, man. Only one of these groups got it right. So who is it? It's the apostles from GMS and the brothers on down, man. Them. And we've been trying to tell you, man, and this is why Sonetta came out. It's like GMS is the #1 Israelite group that's out there. Why? Because like Apostle Tahar said, we don't teach anything that's politically correct. We just give you the truth of what the scriptures say. A lot of these other Israelite groups, they like to put in their twists, man, so they can sound good. No, we just be like, look, this is what the scriptures say. This is what it says, right? That's it. We don't add, we don't subtract. The scriptures tell you if you do that, that's another thing. That's another thing. You're going to be destroyed for that. Okay. Let's get one more scripture, then we're going to close it out. You're not supposed to add or subtract from these scriptures. You're just supposed to bring it out the way that is written, man. Let's get Philippians Chapter 2, verse 12. And it says, wherefore, my beloved, as ye have always obeyed, not as in my presence only, but now much more in my absence, work out your own salvation with fear and trembling. And that's exactly what we're supposed to be doing right now, man. We're supposed to be working out our own salvation with fear and trembling. When we go out there and we push this word, we're supposed to make sure that we on point. We're supposed to make sure that we bringing the word out correctly, because we don't want to be rebuked, because you keep being rebuked and rebuked and rebuked. Sooner or later, the Most High might do something to you, man. We don't want anything to happen to us. OK, we want to make sure we're doing this correctly so we could be saved at the end of the day. And this scripture goes for everybody individually, man, because at the end of the day, everybody's, we have the brotherhood and everything like that. But this is a every man for himself thing, man. OK, because everybody is going to be tried. All of us is going to go through our own story, our own line. OK, something's going to happen to us individually and personally where we all are going to have to make a decision. OK, all of us are going to have to make a decision, especially when the MOB is presented. Are we finna follow Esau, or are we going to follow Yahushua? OK, it is what it is. You got to believe in Yahweh Ba'Shem and Yahweh Shai, man. Okay, so you have to work out your own salvation with fear and trembling. Everybody knows what they're weak at. Everybody knows what they can get better at. Okay, so look yourself in the mirror. Like the scriptures say, examine yourself to see whether you are in the faith. Look yourself in the mirror and look at yourself in the mirror and keep telling yourself, I can do better at this. I can do better at that. All right, because that's what you got to do at the end of the day. So we're not trying to be out here as false teachers, man. You know, because like I said earlier, when the Lord comes back, when Yahweh Shai comes back, man, all of us gonna have to look at him in his eyes, man. And Yahweh Shai is not a person to play with. He's not a power to play with. That's the Lord, man. He's literally gonna look at every single one of us, man. And when that day comes, like I said, the fear is going to be there. Okay, so make sure you're doing this and doing this correctly, man, because you don't want to end up on the wrong end of the stick. So I hope this is edifying. So with that, I'm gonna say, call Halayim, Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rachaa Kwadash. Double honors to the apostles of the great millstone, which I learned this truth from. Honors to the elders and brothers out there pushing this word through the four corners of the earth within truth and sincerity. And shalom to the Aquath that's listening and learning. And Yahweh Ratzazah, I'll be back with another lesson. Keep pushing, Yasharala. Keep pushing. We almost out of here. Shalom.